Righto, so Cooly rocks, Opportunity knocks, 782 motors. So I was here last year, I think the year before as well. Unbelievable place. Now what I've done, I've come out yesterday, caught up with Ben that owns or runs the place, and he's going to walk through the building with us and give us a tour before it opens tonight. So they've got a bit going on around here. They're still in setup mode. So I'm going to grab him, find him in his office, and we'll walk out, have a good look around at the cars and all in memorabilia. Amazing place. So hold on and we'll get into it. Righto, so we've done that. So, g'day Ben.
Hey buddy.
How mate?
Thanks for coming out.
No problems. Thanks for having us. And Lockie as well.
Yep, Lockie's our sales manager.
Righto, so he's the man to talk to when you need a car.
He is the man.
Or a neon sign, and I noticed you've got a heap more neons this year.
Yeah, you don't get them off me though.
Oh, they're yours?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's no good. Not selling them.
selling.
Yeah, okay, not a problem. Mate, thanks for having us.
Our pleasure.
We'll get started and go for a wander through, and I'm just going to let you tell us about, as we go, who you are and how it works and how in the hell it all happened, because it's pretty amazing.
It's been about 20 years of evolution now, so there's a little bit of a story, I guess.
So it's another 20-year overnight success.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so let's go and have a look. So I'll grab a quick one out of the office. How cool is this for an office, guys? Like, you got to be loving this, and it's got the glass windows looking out. So I'll let it go to you. Just tell us a bit about how it happened, mate, and where we're at. And
Oh, look, the building, I suppose, is what talked to me from the very beginning. So this is our third shop in its evolution, I suppose. So we do call it phase 3. I'd seen this building for some time and always had eyes for it. It came up on the market and then disappeared and thought it had sold. Had a real estate agent that contacted me to show me another property at a point in time. And we went and had a look at it, and I was like, no, that's not for me. I just really wish I'd bought this building as we drove past it. And he said, that never sold. They retained it. So we went back to have a chat with him, and we ended up securing the building. So it's an interesting shape and space, and it used to be a trade centre. It was full of rooms. What you're looking at there now, this was a 2-story building through this section that we knocked out. We essentially took about 3 houses out of this when we did a demo on it when we first got it, and then built it back. So all the walls were stripped of everything. So it was kind of cool. It was a good way we had an opportunity to do what we wanted to with it, because we ripped even all this wall, which I call the New York wall, we ripped down and it had to be replastered or something. So we bricked it. A lot of people go, oh, what'd you do to make that look like real brick? It's real brick.
It is brick.
We bricked it, man.
And like last year when I got here, there's a new bit round the back, which we'll get to in a minute. So, mate, what we might do, if you like, is so all the cars are for sale?
Yeah, all the cars are in auction right now. Yeah.
Right, so when did that start this morning?
Started last night.
Okay.
So we've already got nearly $2 million of bids come in overnight. It's about a $7.5 million auction, this one.
I think that's not a bad start for overnight.
Yeah, it's a good kick-off. That's how it works. But,
so, mate, if you want to give, if you got any info as you go about the cars, I know.
Yeah, I'll put Lockie, our sales manager, on. He can give you a rundown if you want to do a hot lap through any of it.
Yeah, there's a few to go through here. So the first, just quickly burn through them, I guess. Otherwise, it's going to be the longest video in the world. But the first one's a Di Tommaso Pantera, mate. That's running no reserve, full ground up build car. Really nice. Got stack injection, a custom exhaust, really nice in its engine bay and stuff. But it's a trick little car. It's some people might have seen that here before. It's going to run at no reserve. We've actually got a lot of really high-end no reserve cars in this auction.
I have. Did I see this here last year, did I, or not?
No, not when you were here last. Yeah, we did have it in a previous auction. It's going to run no reserve in this one. So it's
been to that many shows, man. I can't remember where I see them, but I remember that exhaust system.
Yeah.
And the XY, that looks pretty cool.
The XY, that car used to have the plates Blojo on it. It actually won Top Judge Elite at Summernats many years ago when it was first built. It had a big blown V8 hanging out the bonnet, and it's had a bit of a revamp. It's still wearing the same sort of paint that it had back then, but it's flat bonnet now. It's got an injected 393 stroker under the bonnet, all flat floors underneath it, full custom show interior. But again, no reserve in this auction. So, 2 real high-end cars straight out of the gate, both no reserve. This HK is a tough car, really well-built car. And mine white, red trim, Goya red trim.
Like the wheels.
Yeah, I love the wheels, man. Those oversized really GDS cap sort of billets look rad on it. Really nice in its engine bay. It's got a tough little stroker under there. And
White engine and trans, that's gamey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They were
different,
keen.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a
I
bit.
did-
That's
I
a
did
bit
that.
Kindiggy.
I did that back in the day when you did Rock 3, man. I had an XC and I did a white engine.
Yep.
I regretted it like 2 days later.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight away.
And that's funny, because when I did that, when I did the blue radiator hoses, and everyone used to go, "How'd you get that to stay on?" I said, "It doesn't. You got to paint it for every show."
Yeah, right. I did mine and baked it in mum's oven.
Got the 49 F1 pickup there, so yeah, it's a Ford and a Ford V8, obviously airbag suspension, big billet wheels, really nice build, all notched in the back. Everyone loves these early, late 40s, early 50s trucks.
I was
and
just
it's cool.
saying the other day at the Hot Rod Show when I did that, is the trucks is like the new thing, isn't
They're
it?
the new hot rod, the trucks, yeah, a little bit. They're super popular at the moment, and yeah, that's a badass one. And again, no reserve. Another one you'll probably recognise next
no,
up here,
this
mate.
go
This is
well.
going to go
Yep.
no reserve. So that HQ Statesman, yeah, it's
We stay at the same motel as these guys
do
at
ya?
Summer Nats.
Yeah, it's a crazy build, man. That one top judge elite at Summer Nats. It's been on the cover of Street Machine, and it's been on a bunch of Street Machine merchandise and stuff too. Really, really high end build. It's got a tough built twin turbo, small block Chevy in it. Full custom interior. Underneath that car, we'll have mirrors under this when we set up for the open day later tonight. But it's obviously fully detailed underneath. You don't win top judge elite at Summer Nats easily.
That car should have won Grand Master, but they let Forged in under a wild card.
Yeah.
But that was my pick, second down from Forge. But yeah,
Talking about winning Grand Master, we've got one fat HR sitting here, which is also running no reserve. Last month, this car won, Grand Master at Motorex. It's won a heap of awards. It's been, top 10 at Summer Nats and all that sort of stuff.
been around a long, long time.
It has.
It's had about 3 or 4 versions
Few
now.
makeovers, yeah,
Yeah.
really cool build. One of the most successful show cars we've had in the country, really, in its time over the years. So, yeah, that's cool. It's running no reserve, so it should be a fun one. Next to that, we've got another car that's an elite level car. It's been top 10 at Summer Nats twice. Tudor.
Is it Tudor?
Yeah, it is, mate. 32 Tudor. So again, full custom build, show quality, elite level,
is
all
like
detailed
just
underneath.
Coming to a top 10 show, not a bloody
Yeah,
auction. It's unbelievable.
It is, yeah. It's,
yeah.
we got some pretty amazing stuff in this auction.
Yeah, it's a great car.
That's
one.
gorgeous, yeah. And then
And then
next to
Rides
that-
by Cam.
that was built by Rise by Cam, yeah. That's a
This is the young bloke's car.
70
mate.
Nova. It
Yeah.
was his son Cooper's car, yeah. That's got a tough big block Chevy in it. Automatic trans, obviously airbag suspension, billet wheels, all custom paint. Engine bay is really nice. It's been built to drive, that one. But super, super nice, running no reserve. Bunch of really cool features. Sounds tough as hell. Another Street Machine feature car, again, no reserve. That's a 1962 Pontiac Laurentian. That's been through a full build by Real Steel. You might know Real
in
Steel,
Canberra.
mate. Yeah, down in
Yep.
Canberra. So they did the whole build on that car. It's got a supercharged LS under the bonnet, full custom trim, modern style trim, detailed underneath. Again, really high-end car. All flush-mounted glass, front and rear.
Sure, we're not at Barrett Jackson.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a pretty wild auction again. No reserve.
Unbelievable. No
So-
reserve. I love the way the neon's coming out.
Yeah,
in black
pop off the
paint.
paintwork,
Oh,
yeah.
It's incredible.
And on the stands here, mate, is our GDX. So Plymouth GDX. That's a really good collector quality American muscle car. So it's got a 440 Super Commando 4-speed. It's got the air grabber hood, which is really cool. So it's vacuum operated, and this vent pops up to suck air in, cold air into the engine, which is a factory option. It's all fully restored, all painted body colour underneath and in the boot and all that stuff.
I like that. The finish on the bonnet there with the satin, but it's got
the
like a grain in
Organosol.
it. Yeah, that's really cool.
It's a cool setup, that car, and yeah, very correct. Even period correct tyres and rally wheels and all the stuff.
This would be one of those cars, if you weren't here, I'd be going, I've got to find out more about this because I don't know what it is.
It's badass. GDXs, they didn't build a lot of them, a lot less than they did in Roadrunners actually in the same year.
They were called the gentleman's muscle car.
They
So
were. Is
they
that what
were
it was?
basically
Yeah.
a road runner, but with options.
With the
so
luxury
it's
features, yeah.
somewhat in maybe our language like a Fairmont on top of the GT spec, I suppose. It's a beautiful car, beautiful example, and it's all paint dabbed and everything like the GT Falcons
Yep.
get built and everything. Very super correct car.
We swing around this way, you've got a Holden HR paddle van. That one's a bit different, a bit of a resto mod. So it's got an LS under the bonnet. Again, no reserve, that car. Really nice little build, really tidy aircon, bunch of really great features. So that should be a popular one too, running at no reserve. Got the EH wagon up here. It's a really nicely restored little car. Got all custom trim inside it, but not over the top, but just a neat little cruiser for someone.
That's the fourth.
Yeah,
it's a very early one as well.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it was the fourth one off the assembly line at that particular plant. That one, so it'd be one of the earliest bodies going around in an EH Prem wagon, which is really cool. And then we've got a WB in the corner. Again, that's no reserve. That car. It's a little bit of a toughie. Got a manual trans in it, all custom wood tray, Recaro seats.
You must have a really good salesman here to talk all these guys into no reserve, eh?
That's there's a bit of attention in no reserve. Yeah, consignment manager. Yeah,
That's my job.
That's your job.
There's some attention in no reserve. It means that people can know that they're serious, man.
Well,
if they want to get on a plane and come up,
the button, you're buying it.
If you want to hop on a plane and come up, you can do so knowing you can own that car. You just got to be the highest bidder at the end of the day. So, it's some great for both buyers and sellers to have no reserve.
Before we jump onto the Willies, something I spoke about the last couple of years, I think, is that my understanding is, so if I'm going to bring a car here to auction it, and it's maybe a little bit edgy in places, the workshop downstairs, you actually then work on the cars to get them up for the auction?
Look, we have the facility to do that, so we have the garage downstairs and normally 4 or 5 mechanics that work for us. Look, the car's got to have the right bones to start with. Paint and panel's a huge thing. I don't have to tell you that. If the car's got crap paint, you've got to pull it all apart and start again. So
I just mean almost like a car yard does a 90 check service thing type of deal. It's like if a guy brings in a nice GT or something, you go, look, mate, it's cool, but you need to spend about 5 on it to make it work for auction.
Yeah, we do. We've got a standard that we need them to be. So our job really is, and this evolves from, again, doing this for 20 years. When I would fly to America and I'd get all the way to the other side of the planet to try to go and buy a car, and you're often met with disappointment. So, look, we don't profess to be. They're old cars, man. We can't.
No, and I'm not saying that either. But I'm looking at it from 2 angles. Firstly, from the fact that if I've got a car and I want to sell it at auction,
we can help you get the most out of it.
Get the most out of it. And then the other side is if I'm bidding online from bloody Broken Hill or somewhere, that I've got a little bit of sense that the fact that it's coming out of 782, there's a good chance these guys know what they're doing.
Correct, yeah, we are. We're all car guys. Everybody here's driven something in that's badass today, so that's how it works.
That's cool.
And it's our job to try and make that right for both buyer and seller.
All right, let's got that covered. So the Willies, mate, I love Willies.
Yeah, this is a cool little build, man. It was also, I think this is on the front cover of Cruiser magazine, maybe off the top of my head, mate. But yeah, obviously blown Willies, really cool purple colour, violet crumble sort of theme, suicide doors, nice tan coloured interior, all custom trim inside, big set of Foose wheels, big brakes, all the gear. So
very cool.
It's another cool one, dramatic looking car. The
a really nice
31,
driver.
Yeah, it's just a neat little hot rod for someone. So again, running at no reserve. It's a little 31 two-door tourer, glass body, but neat little build, fun one for someone to get in and actually drive and enjoy. 57 Ford Thunderbird, so that's the last year of what they call the baby bird, so introduced in 55, and 57's the most popular and last year of the single row of seats, I guess, in the early Thunderbirds. But that's a neatly restored example. Got both soft and hard top with it, mate.
It's a beautiful car, isn't
it? They've got a little 312 V8 under the bonnet. That one's got a 5-speed manual transmission in it, which is a bit different. Someone's put that in there, but a bit more fun to drive.
I'm a bit partial to a red car.
Yeah, it's nice.
Got a couple of them.
The Troopy here.
These things? These are having a bit of a...
They're popular, man, and that's
crazy.
I've played with these for years, and I've sent, I reckon, probably 30 or 35 of them back to America over the years. So they had a short body, like the short box, the long body troop carrier, and the ute they never had. So the right cars will be popular over there. That's a low mileage original car.
Yeah, that's actually a barn find. That car's never been restored. It's all original paint, all inside. It's a really low mile original car. Got parked up on blocks for many, many years. And as you see, it is unrestored. So it would be one of the nicest unrestored Troopies anywhere.
So while we're standing in front of this brick wall, tell me a bit about where your inspiration come from, because like I said, it wasn't here the year before last, and then last year I walked in and gone, oh yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, well, I guess that's what we do when the doors are closed. If people turn up and wonder what we're doing, we're always doing something. So we built this, it's like almost a movie world prop, but it's real bricks and everything again. But I've got a pretty extensive Texaco collection, so it was a place to be able to put all of that, and we hold storage behind it. So the truth is, like, between, you know, out of auction, those doors all slide open, and we've got the big floor cleaner that we drive around behind there. A laundry over that end where we do all the cleaning products, and that's our detailing, one of the detailing bays, all the detailing trolleys, everything just has to go somewhere. So yeah, if I slide that open, like, it's a big movie world prop, but at the end of the day, it holds my Texaco collection.
Mate, absolutely beautiful. I love it. The big van.
Yeah, sure, you know a bit about this one, mate.
Yeah, this one, I'm a van guy. I've got a few of these. If you know me, I bought this car a while ago. We went back over to America and went to New York and did some filming up there. Bought a few vans on that trip, and this is one of them. We drove around and did a bit of TV stuff in this one. It was fun, and brought it back several years ago and sold it to a guy, same owner, who bought it off me once I came back. We're just helping him find a home for it now, but it's a really good bodied car. It's super cool. If I didn't have so many of them, that'd be in my shed as well.
That's the problem.
Little C10 here, short wheelbase 67 C10. That's an old school, you know, US build. Really well done. It's all custom airbrush flame stuff down. It's got a 350 in it, turbo 700R, 4-speed, 9-inch diff in the back, Mustang 2 front end, power steer, aircon, heaps of gear in it, and no reserve, that car as well.
And can I just say to the listeners or followers or whatever, Lockie hasn't got a pad. This is all coming out of his head, by the way. It's unbelievable.
And there's a few here.
He hasn't missed a beat.
You know, when they're modified too, they're all a little bit different. So this HQ Coupe's actually, you know, gorgeous car. I really like this. This is one of my favourites. I'm more of an American car guy than an Aussie car guy, but I really like this car.
That's because it's American combo. I get on that too. This is like Hugger orange, white stripes, houndstooth trim, and it's such a Camaro Chevelle combination.
And it's got the Chev to go with it.
It's got a tough stroker under it actually, and it's really stout. It's got a tough little Chevy stroker under there. Really neat combo.
Unusual set of rocker cover. I don't know if I've seen them. They're pretty cool.
It's cool, man. Yeah, and it's tough. Sounds good. Goes good. And but a bit of a sleeper on the outside. Very factory looking on the outside.
It's a nice looking thing.
And sitting next to that's a very rare car. It's an L34, which is cool. So SLR 5000 L34. They're the ones they did to homologate and race at Bathurst. So that car comes all, you know, it's been redone in its factory colour. It doesn't have the original engine in it, but it does have a fully built engine in it to race A9X specs by a gent who was actually involved in the A9X development program himself. So he had a lot of the parts in stock, used a lot of all genuine parts. Dave McLean is the name of the gent. He was Alan Grice's mechanic for many years, and he built the engine in the car. There's, you know, a little letter and stuff from him.
Nice bit of providence to go with it as well.
There is, yeah.
A bit of this sort of stuff too, the reason Lockie knows so much about it is when we do get correct cars like this come in, or big dollar value cars, we use the iCars crew and do the reports and get them verified before we put them in the shop. So it helps, you know, again, buyer and seller have that confidence. Because, you know, hey, nobody wants to sell these and then hear about them later if something's wrong. So we get the bodies verified and all the castings and date stamps and all that sort of stuff. So that's also super helpful.
So we've got a few collector Fords here now. So you'll see a pair here of Cobras. So, you know, both very, very nice low kilometre cars. The ute itself is very special. It's build number 1. So they only built 100 or so of these utes, and this is build number 1. So the build plate in the centre there, matey, I don't know if you'll see that, says build number 1. It's done 600 Ks from new. Wow. That's it. So great collector car, you know, if you want a modern collectible Ford. These were super rare. They didn't build many of them at all, and that is build number 1, the very first one.
That's a bit too good for me to drive around. I got a BS Super Pursuit.
Oh yeah, nice,
I bought
man.
low Ks, and now it's nearly a high K. That's my daily, and then we drive an FG.
And the sedan here, it's again, a very low kilometre car. It's done less than 1,500 Ks, I think, off the top of my head, from new. So it's or around 1,500 Ks. Yeah, yep. So again, another low kilometre collector car. You know, underneath that looks like new. You can see delivery markings and all those sort of things underneath it.
Yeah, that
books.
freaks me out. You know, I went to the Nationals, and you look under some of these cars, and even with Ks on them, they look new.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, and you go, God, you know, how does someone do that? Because it's just it's not easy to keep them at that level.
Yeah, it's very good to get very correct.
Yeah, that's this is an EB GT now, 93. That's build number 239. They only did those in 3 colours. I reckon black's the best looking of them. But low kilometre car, I think off the top of my head about 56 or so thousand Ks on that. But yeah, really nice car. They only built about 265 of those, I think, including pre-production models and New Zealand builds. And that's build number 239.
I nearly had one of these. I went in the dealer in Broken Hill when I lived there, and they couldn't tell me if it was going to be a limited number. They couldn't tell me if it was going to have leather, but order one now because you might miss out type of deal.
Yeah.
And they were 60K, I think, back then.
Yep.
And I didn't pull the trigger because they couldn't give me enough information, and I probably couldn't afford it anyhow. But yeah, it was. It's interesting to see one now after all this time.
Yeah. Over in the back there, we've got the HSV Coupe 4, so a bit of an oddity in the Holden world. It was the only all-wheel drive version, I guess, on the Monaro platform they did. They didn't build a lot of them. Build numbers, there's a bit of speculation on that. Somewhere in the mid to low 200 range. And that's a really neat, example there for someone. They run an LS1 automatic, but all-wheel drive is the big feature on those things.
It was actually less than 200 on those. It was supposed to be 200. They didn't make it the first year.
They didn't get
100 in the first year, and the second year they didn't. And it's a bit of a sporadic number system.
Yeah.
That car's had a couple of people comment on it just for the need to know about the bonnet being on it, but that was dealer.
It's actually noted in its dealer delivery documentation, which we have with the car, that the bonnet isn't standard from the factory, but it is dealer fitted correct on that car. The GDO bonnet on that would normally have a flat bonnet.
So everybody commenting on Facebook, we know our shit, okay?
It's all right. It's on the paperwork, guys. We got it. Chevy Bel Air over here is really nice. Got so many accessories on this car, man. It's done in like a LA bomb sort of style, I guess. So it's got the original 6 under the bonnet. It's all super neat in its engine bay, automatic trans, but the accessories, all these wind splits on top of the guards, all the hoods over the lights, the bumper guard in the front bar, spotlights, obviously, visor. It's got so many accessories on this car, and there's stuff you can't just go and buy, man. It's all super rare stuff that takes a lifetime of hunting to get. And that car's just absolutely loaded with, new old stock and period restored accessories,
Interesting
which is
colour,
super cool. Love it. Yeah, I love the colour. Yeah, it's a factory colour for that car.
It's almost like a mustard.
Airbagged. Yeah, it's a cool period colour. Yeah, and no reserve that car.
I love that, no reserve. So
Do you want to grab these couple in the middle, or do we go around the out?
Yeah,
sure, man.
We'll go up the aisles.
Yep.
And all my viewers say if it's interesting, Howard, I don't care how long it is, and I think this is I think this is very interesting.
Grab a beer and
we'll
get ready.
Right.
We've got a few to get through. So 55 Chevy here, 2-door post, but really nicely restored, this car. It's been done in a really cool colour combo. It's got tan sort of leather interior, really nice in its engine bay. It's a really neat little build, that one. Next to that is
the Coke collection as well.
Yeah, rad Coke stuff around the walls. Some of them signs are pretty rare things and worth some bucks.
So you got much of that in the auction this time? You got much memorabilia?
No?
Look, I've actually got a bunch of so much still in storage, but I don't have the time. The cars just take preference, really. I
know. In the early days, you used to have a fair bit in there, but I mean, it's a car auction, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Look, that's where it's at. So,
while we're here, do you want to point out the Ruby's sign and how that connects?
We can talk about that. Yeah, like he was just saying about the Ruby sign that's up there on the wall. I guess that's another part that we'll get to that's new that you wouldn't have saw last year. So I found that sign, like I do because I'm into signs, and I end up connecting, and the guy had another one as well. There was 2 Ruby signs, and that was because he was involved with the liquidation of one of the Rubies in Irvine over in California. That went under in COVID. So long story short, I ended up doing a deal with him, and we bought the whole shop and broke it apart and had it put into containers and brought out. So we'll show you that when we work our way up there, but we've refitted it into the shop and put a diner in, and called it Big Benny's, and that's about to open 7 days a week as well in a couple of weeks. We're just waiting actually for this auction to end, and then we're going to go
get some time
full time with it running. Just because we're not open all the time, we just have open days. We're just waiting to get through this auction, and then we'll run it 7 days for everybody. I was going to say
that's probably something you could talk about a bit, because we spoke about that earlier, is the fact that You know,
We're not open
it's
all
an
the time.
auction house, not
Yeah.
a showroom that's open 24/7.
Correct, and so yeah, a lot of people do get confused with that, which is fair, and think that we might be like a dealership and we're open all the time. As it sits right now, like we're just getting into our prep stage now to have our first opening tonight for Cooly Rocks On, which is an extra opening that we put in for everybody that's travelled. But yeah, we do only open by event, so that's always on the website under our open days and events page. Really, we're open within the week that we're in auction on particular days. We call it Thursday late night shopping, Saturday show day, and last minute Monday. And
Last minute Monday.
Yeah, they're
There
just
you
the
go,
days.
Fuzz, you'll be able to get your wallet out, mate.
Well, it closes on the Monday night.
Righto, so where do we get to? So, do the
So yeah, I get a
Belvedere,
Buick.
is it? Am I
It's a
reading
Buick
this wrong?
LeSabre. That's
righto.
61 Buick LeSabre convertible. Really neat, just restored car, I guess. It's old restoration, but it's neatly done. Cool colour combo, and obviously wide whites, sacked on the ground. That's my style, man. I love a big American car. My Lincoln sitting out the front, same sort of setup, airbags, slammed to the ground.
Super cool styling on these, and everybody turns to Chevys predominantly, but Buicks.
So the upmarket,
Yeah, they're cool, man. There's some really cool styles in there.
And then 64 Galaxy convertible sitting next to that. Was a factory 289 V8 car, rebuilt to 302, automatic. Really neat little car. It's still got a really cool history, that thing. It sat up on blocks for many, many years with the original owner, and a good friend of ours here ended up finding the car in a garage in California, still up on blocks, and brought it over to Australia, gave it a repaint, and Cruiser's still got stickers on the front and rear bumpers from when it was parked up. It's a cool story and a cool car. And then next to that on the end is the 60 Impala. These things are badass. You've got a 60 Impala, Benny?
I do. I've got a rag. I love it.
That's a hard top. Obviously, sort of sports coupe, I guess you'd call it. Impala. But yeah, they're a great style, those things. The flat sort of fins at the back of them, round tail lights on the rear. I love the dash and stuff in these.
Trepanier built?
I think he did build a...
Is it one of
60,
these,
I
or
think?
was this shape? I don't know if there's this model. Did it in the Aqua in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's when I did the Fairlane, I thought I need a Ford with wings, because he'd just done something with wings. I thought I need
That's cool.
I need a Ford with wings, and he'd just done a big tank like this. Yeah,
right.
Righto, so let's go back up the end so we don't miss nothing.
Do you want to run around the circle? Which way do you want to go?
Whichever way we want to go.
Well, let's talk about this black hatch, I guess. This is, I don't know, I reckon this is going to be one of the most popular cars we've got on this auction. It's no reserve, and it's about as badass as a Tirana hatch comes. Black, flares, big feet, big hot wires. It's got a tough 331 cube stroker holding under the bonnet, manual trans, no reserve. It's just super nice, high quality in its build. Really neat car. It's got enough power to be a bit of fun. Sounds tough.
Never late in the 308.
Oh man, they've had those things. It's it's going to be one of the most popular cars I think in this auction.
We definitely have a mix of the two. So we're into our collector cars and our matching numbers and correct cars, but then we also we've got this other style which is just we call like curb appeal cars, which are your street cars and your modified. So yeah, some people sometimes get confused as to which side of that we are, or
where you're at.
About modified, but we dig it all, man. At the end of the day, we're predominantly Australian and American. Chrome bumpered cars. You're pointing at one with plastics there, but that's
this is my third trip, and every time I come here, I just like the variation,
Righty.
but the minimum level. There's not a car in here and you go, what's that doing? They're all nice cars.
Yeah, they are. Oh, that's the point of it.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like, to get this many cars to go to auction, what do you go, quarterly, don't you? Every 3 months?
Oh, no, we do every two. So
every
we do
2
6
months.
a year, yep.
So it's a bit like, you get a magazine, to find enough cars to go in a magazine to go monthly or or every 4 weeks.
See, I guess that's another part that
You got
could
the same
be mentioned.
problem.
Well, we get in the car after the auction, and then we hang around for the week after auction with Locke. He goes hard because, if cars get passed in, we still find homes for all that stuff. We have a really good closeout rate, and that's because we do go like we only bring in cars that we think are fair too, you know, and price fairly. There's no point us bringing something in that's pie in the sky.
I need 600. And
Yeah,
it's a 200
some
car,
of them make big numbers, but people take them there as well in the auction. So, you know, we try to have the right cars. We're about, you know, quality, desirability, and price point. I need to get those three things in a row, and that's what I do after the auctions. I go out on the road. After this one, I'll be driving up as far as Mackay and then back down to Sydney and siding cars.
Checking cars
yeah,
out.
we go out and just make sure that we're on the right page. Again, we talk about paint quality and stuff like that. Like, they all look good in a photo, so we want to make sure that they're good as well in person. So we get on the road and just go, and you know, a lot of people go, how do you keep finding them? It takes a bit of work to do that, but it's the right formula for us.
Well, all I can say is it's working.
Yeah, thank you,
It's
brother.
pretty impressive, buddy, setup. And I mean, it's not like, oh, you got it right once. I've been here, this is, you know, the third time in 2 years, and every time I come here, the place is full of wonderful cars. So
Yeah, cool.
And it doesn't matter if you're a Ford guy, a Holden, Chevy.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? Grandpa spec?
Yeah,
Or is there going to be a turbo or something under there?
Yeah, so like, and when we started at the end, we just sort of walked past them, but that was a VK Blue Meaty replica with a turbo LS in it, full build car. Next to that, we got the HQ GDS Coupe that's got a LS with twin turbos on it again. Really tough full build car. And the one that we're in front of now is an 87 VL Calais turbo, so it is a factory turbo Calais. Got the little pop-up headlights and all that sort of stuff that everyone remembers. But yeah, just kind of a factory thing, not
nice.
modified. You know, a factory sort of
Survivor
car.
car.
A little bit, yeah. It's had some work over the years, but yeah, it's a factory sort of car. Then LC GDR Tirana, that's a genuine GDR. Really rare colour combo, that one, being Indy Orange with Indy Orange interior, which you don't see ever.
I'm going to say, I don't think I've ever seen it.
One of only a couple that were in that spec.
Really, really cool.
Real poppy combo, that one, yeah. So, yeah, it is a genuine GDR, has been inspected and all that sort of stuff like we were talking about by iCars. Next to that is that's a genuine BT1 police Commodore, so ex-South Australian police car, finished in SA Police Blue. It's got a 4.9 litre V8 under the bonnet, auto.
Had a few of them chasing your fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 litre. Aircon and power steer and stuff like the police needed. They need all those comforts.
Nicely done, I must say as well. Like, it looks original.
It's a neatly restored car, yeah. It's a nice restored thing,
Yeah.
for sure. And then sitting next to that, we've got another hatch. This one's done sort of like an A9X tribute, I guess. So it's got flares and all A9X styling on it. It's got a matching numbers 253 V8 under the bonnet and an automatic. So that's how it left the factory, but obviously redone now as a tribute as A9X, I guess, externally in its looks. And then beside it, I've got the little LJ, so that's a GDR XU1 tribute. So another really nice build. Obviously, it's got the 6-bang triple carbs and stuff all set up underneath it. Tough little car, actually. They're, it's a cranky little bugger. And no reserve.
I'll see how you're going. What colour's that?
That's Shadow Mauve. Shadow Mauve.
Yeah, just watching some guy this morning on Facebook painting the jams on his panel van.
Oh, yeah.
In that colour, and he said, it's such a nice colour. I'm amazed, like, you know, other people, there wasn't so many ordered. But
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen it before. It is a pretty cool colour.
It is a cool colour, yeah. It was on a few cars in that era.
Val?
VG Val Coupe, yeah. That's a bit of a toughie, that thing. It's got a built little small block stroker. I think it's 383 cubes now, alloy heads. Yeah, it's a bit of a toughie. Really nice paint work on that. It was done a fair few years ago now, but PE Customs up at Capalaba painted that car. He does really good work. Anvid Automotive trimmed it all. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough street car. Not over the top, but a tough street car. Nice inside. It's got a big stereo and stuff in it, and a bunch of gear. And then sitting next to that's another VL. This one is done as a BT1 tribute as well. So that's the Absinthe Yellow you would have seen chasing you in a highway patrol.
That's a Melbourne colour.
That's
it.
it.
So we were Broken Hill when I was a young bloke, and Fuzzy's still there.
Yeah.
So we had New South Wales cop cars, but we always went to Adelaide. So that spoiled the other ones, and very rarely went to Melbourne.
So that one, you might see a little sneaky black front mount intercooler hanging out underneath that one. So that's got a decent sized turbo, low mounted turbo underneath it, big wastegate, all that sort of fun stuff under it, with all the fruit.
Now we're talking.
Now this is a bit of your style, mate. Yeah. So genuine XB GT, that one. It's all been inspected again by iCars independently. It's actually met its reserve now. It's on the market. So we kicked off bidding last night, and it's already
made
had
reserve already?
Yeah, it's made
Cool.
reserve, man. It did have a reserve on it, but it has met it now.
There you
Matching
go,
numbers
folks. What's that,
car.
Polo blue?
Neptune.
Yeah.
Neptune blue, silver stripes. Yeah, I think it's one of its full spec from memory.
Yeah, it's
Three Neptunes.
Yep. So yeah, really nice, genuine GT for someone in the sedan. And then next to it, we've got the GS Coupe, so XB GS Coupe, so 302.
Fairmont Rally Pack.
Yeah, it's a really nice little, really nice build, that one too. So redone in its original colours, a nice set of 12 sols on it, lowered. Not a full nut and bolt build, but a really neat car, really well presented inside and out.
Yeah, it looks right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Everyone loves a coupe. And then next to that, we got the VK Tuffy. So it's a SS Group A Tribute. Got a 355 stroker under the bonnet. It's got a full Autometer digital dash, all redone interior in it. Bit of a Tuffy sitting down low on a set of RC Comp racing wheels.
You know what I call them now?
What's that?
They're the Yeah Bud Beetlocks.
Yeah, they are the Yeah Bud Big Lots. That's fair. Do you want me to flick the line?
Yeah, please.
To break up the next to the last row.
Yep. So that's another big row of Aussies.
One row to go.
Do you want to pop your head in this way while we're down here at the diner? Or?
Oh, we'll come back in
Yeah,
there.
we'll come back.
Yep. We'll get the cars out of the way.
This is another Camaro I bought in years and years ago. I love this car, and 396 big block, 4-speed car.
So the gauge is in the console. What's the
Tic Tac Top. It's factory.
reverse shifter?
No reserve.
Yeah, this car was sent up from Melbourne. I guess that's the other side of it too. These come from all over the place. The pickup truck got sent over from Perth. They come from everywhere. But yeah, this is a car that's been in my family for, I don't know, it feels like 10 or 12 years ago.
They say, build it and they will come.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's running no reserve, that thing. And then sitting next to it, we've got a 69 Boss 302. So, again, a really rare colour combo. They only did, I think, 3 colours on in a Boss 302 and 69. 69 was the rarer, much rarer than a 70. And white was the rarest of all colours they made. And with white trim, I think that car's one in its factory spec, I think, from memory. You do have a MIDI report for that. But yeah, genuine Boss 302. That was the racing homologation model for the Mustang of that year for Trans Am Racing. And then sitting next to that is another really rare car and full factory restored car. It's a 67 Pontiac GTO. That's a really rare colour called Plum Mist. It's got a really good option, that car. It's a 400Q V8 with tri-power set up underneath the bonnet. It's got the hood tack and stuff on it. Really nice 4-speed manual, which I love in a muscle car, to be able to manually change gears. It makes it way more fun. Yeah, that hood tack's really cool. That's a great option of those things.
This is a paint dab car as well, like they do with the GT Falcons and all that. It's got all the dealer marks and everything all over it, production line stuff. So yeah, very low mileage since it's been restored, and just an incredible collector car.
Yeah, unusual car.
Yeah, one thing that everyone will mention on this car is the red inner guards.
Yeah,
so everyone sees them like, what the hell is that? So just to explain that really quick, if anyone wondering, that was the thing. They were dealer fitted. Some were fitted from the factory in the later GTOs, but they were dealer fitted with red plastic inner guards. They go over the steel guards inside, but that is absolutely correct. If you Google it, you'll see some info on that. But yeah, that's why it's got red guards in it. It's not someone going crazy and putting red guards on a purple car. That's legit.
Probably something to do with salt and snow and that sort of stuff, I imagine.
Yeah, look,
in the US.
Yeah, it's a cool, and you don't ever see it, but it is a real thing. Next to that's a 70 Torino Cobra Jet. So it's got the bad boy 429 Cobra Jet engine under the bonnet. Again, 4-speed, red on red combo. Another really high-end collector American muscle car. So, the GTO, the Boss, the GTX, all really high-end investment grade collector muscle cars. You take them anywhere in the world and they're worth money.
It's funny how much hangs over, doesn't it? Like the rear louver on the Falcons.
Yeah, it's a lot like a coupe.
It's just so much of that 70s era that got tied over,
Yeah, our hardtop's got a lot of history tied in with the Torino.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
There's actually a really nice bonnet on one of the Torinos. Not the shaker, the fiberglass one that I reckon would look good on a Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
When we went over to SEMA.
Oh, you mean the little one with
Yeah,
the
it's
little
just
piece runs up the side?
Yeah, it's a really cool looking
fit
thing.
perfectly on an XA.
Yeah. Yep.
So, the next one up here is the 1969 Chevy Camaro convertible. This has been fully done in a pro touring style. The build was originally done in the US by quite a well-known builder over there that does pro touring style Camaros. It's now been fitted with LS3 under the bonnet, so brand new crate LS3, 4L65E transmission in it. It's got a full resto mod dash in it, big stereo system, big wheels, big brakes, all upgraded suspension. Really cool pro touring style muscle car. They're always popular. It's fitted with all the SSRS stuff that everyone wants in these. So SS hood and the hideaway headlight front end with all electric opening and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's a badass pro touring style muscle car. Little 63 Chevy Nova. That is a rad car. That was actually another one that was featured in Street Machine many years ago. It's been through another makeover, all been pulled apart and redone. It's tough, this thing, man. Yeah, it's pro street style. Obviously multi-port injection set up in it. Auto weld. Beadlock wheels. All that sort of stuff. Nice, all new leather interior in it. That's all been redone. Roll cage. What's that? Oh yeah, the boot fit out's really neat. Have a look at the pictures and you'll see some of that stuff. And then beside it, this is an interesting car actually. So a little Mustang Fastback. This was built by a company called Classic Speed. Now we've sold a few Classic Speed cars. They were a company that was based in the Philippines, owned by an Australian gent, and essentially they would build you a brand new 60s era Mustang. They do other cars as well, but generally they focus on Mustangs. They'll build it to your specification. So they gave you a checklist. This thing's got a 347 stroker in it. It's fitted with aircon. It's got a reverse camera. It's got air conditioning. It's got all upgraded suspension underneath it. They put all upgraded brakes in them. It's obviously right-hand drive.
Factory style door locks that you push down and the windows go down, the power windows.
Oh yeah. This would suit me in my retirement fuzz, this one.
They're cool little cars and they're really well built. The quality of work they do is really high. We've sold some of these cars for really great money. They're popular. People who know Classic Speed, they individually number their cars and there's build plates with Classic Speed on them, individually numbered. Yeah, it is a badass little Mustang. So next to that's another collector, I guess, car. So that's a Cobra Jet. So factory 69 428 Cobra Jet Mustang. It's redone in candy apple red, not the original color on this car, and the engine's not matching to that car, but it is a 428 Cobra Jet engine in that car, and they're hard to come by, those things. It's they're collectible. It's had an older restoration and an automatic trans and stuff in it, 9-inch in the back. But yeah, those Mach 1 Cobra Jets, they're popular, they're sought after things. And then everyone knows an Eleanor. So that one here was built here in Australia. These cars are interesting, everyone associates to them, everyone loves them. It's got actually a Cleveland in it, that car, which is a bit different for an Eleanor.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual.
It's got a Dandy race engine, it's built 393 in it. Obviously right-hand drive because it was built here in Australia. It's really well done, it's painted body. Some of these can be hit and miss, like a lot of guys will just get a really crap fastback and slap a body kit on and call it an Eleanor. There's different levels in these things, and this is a really nice one.
I'm always a bit particular with the Eleanors, and we get quite a few of them come at us, but they are, to me, and you'd get it again, being paint panel world and everything, they're typically a fast car, and they're full of fiberglass with the way the guards are done and all that sort of stuff. So I do always look for, if they start cracking out and they're not done right, they can be super problematic. So you've got to make sure the way that all the panels are fitted to them, are done nicely and they've been looked after and they're in good order, because I do think they're a car that, you restore a car properly, you might get 20 years out of it. If you restore one of these and you don't do it properly, you're not going to see 20 years.
Yeah, you might get C3.
Yeah. That's got all upgraded RRS gear underneath it too. It's got a 3-link coilovers. It's got a 5-speed manual trans in it, aircon.
A lot of car.
Heaps of money in that, big brakes, all the gear. So yeah, if someone wants an Eleanor, they're hard to get in right-hand drive, and that's got a bunch of gear packed in it. Next to that's a C2 Corvette, so 1966 C2 Corvette. yeah, neat little car, cool little driver Corvette for someone there. It's got black interior, the seats have been redone in leather. It's got a factory 327Q V8 under the bonnet, 4-speed manual, still got original caps and stuff on it. It's obviously been repainted. But yeah, it's a neat little Corvette. I love those C2s. They're my favourite of the generations of the Corvettes. Then another little Mustang here, little A-code fastback. So factory 289 fastback. Really neatly restored car again. Got a bunch of features in it, really neat in its engine bay and stuff. They're always popular, those Mustang fastbacks.
So it looks pretty sharp. Like, you know, you can look at a car and stand there in real life. I mean, these things didn't fit anywhere. This thing's better than stock, but not overdone to the point where you go show car.
Yeah, exactly. It's a driver car, but it's a nice, well-presented one, that's for sure. And then sitting next to that, we've got another 69 Mach 1 Mustang. That one's an S code, which means it's a factory 390 big block car. It's been fully restored by a mob called Bridgeton's Restorations on the north side of Brisbane here at Launton. Yeah, factory black on black combo is really rare and super desirable. So yeah, especially being an S code with a big block in it, it's got a big file with a bunch of receipts and stuff there for that car.
Got the added Alan Moffat signature.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, fitted with some really good options. And then
I was wondering who had the job of putting the stickers on.
Yeah, the boys have got it sorted. Yeah, they're covered.
They're all over it.
Yeah. And then the last one we've got here is our little Mazda R100. So little rotary, obviously. That's a fully restored car. It's done in the factory style off-white with red trim. It would have been a 10A from the factory. It's got a 12A in it with a neat little injection setup on it. I think for perfection injection. Looks like a Weber kind of setup, but it's fuel injected. 4-speed manual, restored original hubcaps, all that sort of stuff. Period look, bit more power than factory. I think it's just over 200 horsepower at the rear wheels, which in a little car like this is enough to have a bit of fun in.
They've got a massive following, these things.
Oh, they're super popular, man. Yeah, they sound good. They're a bit of fun. Yeah, I like those things. I think they're pretty cool.
This will blow up. Yeah, it'll do very well.
And look, I think that covers everything we've done in the showroom.
Yeah,
we do have more cars because we've got more than we can even fit in the shop at the moment.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Ben to run through some of his collection and the little rooms and what's happening out the front with Ruby's.
Yep.
And that'll be cool.
All right, so Pepsi. I've cut it down to Pepsi and 7-Up. Coca-Cola's obviously, it's a fantastic brand and it's got really cool history, and I've obviously got a bit more of that, so I favour it.
Yep.
Try not to get, I had somebody only asked me yesterday about Dr. Peppers and different brands, and I'm like, I just can't diversify.
Hang on a minute,
get a little bit more of anything, and then I go down the rabbit hole and start getting more and more, and where's it end? So yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. That's all Harley Davidson bits and pieces, parts, and in that cabinet. More bike stuff. More Coca-Cola in the other cabinets.
The best part about me coming here is I can just say to my wife, I've got nothing in my collection. You don't need no more of that. I go, well, have a look how much he's got. Yeah.
This was a cool little room that I was actually going to cut off when we did the reno, so to speak, on the building. I was going to lose it because obviously floor space is a premium to me, but I'm so glad I kept it. It was a tool room for many, many years, and it's worked very well to hold all the smalls. So this room's kept, and above it is our DJ booth.
And so the DJ's
he rocks out up there. In the New York wall, I got lots of little things throughout this wall that people don't really pick up on, but I like, I'm a music guy as much as anything, I guess, whatever. But I've got all Beastie Boys cues in this, and the 95 Michael Schwartz up there on the walls. Mixmaster Mike was the DJ for the Beastie Boys, who won the DMC comp in 1995, and there's lots of, Beastie Boys cues throughout this wall. If you know, you know. Most people don't. I think it's my own personal joke or interest or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is where all the smalls live.
You sound like, what's his name on the TV show?
Pickers.
The Pickers.
Done a bit of picking,
Yeah, the smalls.
They're small.
They're small.
It all fits in here.
Show me two things that you just got to show me.
Oh.
How's that for putting the pressure on?
All right, that aircon unit up the top there, Pilo.
Yep.
My hardtop I've got downstairs that we may get to see. That's part of the story of how I got my dad's car back. That was in his original car. He sold it in 1979, XB GS Coupe. he told me how he drove. We were from Adelaide as well, and how he drove, through the desert through there and nearly killed a small dog with that air conditioning unit that used to sit under the dash. He couldn't remember what it was. He told me it was something to do with going to the moon. When I got that car back, it was still in it, and the brand is Apollo. So that's really cool. One day I'll change that and put that back in his car. Oh, what else? Man, there's so many things.
One more.
Well, it's not even that tricky, but I dig, when we are open, we have all the TVs. We've got all gutted TVs around here, and this one plays all the history of hot rodding and stuff like that when you come in here.
Got a little smart TV behind it that can,
Yeah, that's probably not that exciting, but I dig it. That's my little museum-y vibes.
I mean, for me, it's all about the story and where it come from and all that sort of stuff. And that sounds like American Pickers, but it's the same thing, It's like, it means something. It's got some history.
Well, I've picked up every piece of this at some point in America at a swap meet or a collection or a show or whatever, and put it in my van and driven back to the port and loaded it up into a shipping container and brought it home. Oh, my billy card over there too is pretty rad. That's cool. So me and my good mate Glenn Jennings, he's been collecting. He had the Lost in the 50 museum down in Newcastle, which was a big inspiration to what I did here. So he sold that a while ago, and when that left the map, when it dissipated, I felt like I had to put something back, and that was a big part of building this shop. It was a real pinnacle time for me. But Glenn and I would go to America, and he always gets, I've got this story, Glenn will probably watch this, I don't know if he knows the full story of this. He always hires a white bloody caravan van, standard van. I've always got my weird custom vans over there. And there was a really cool time when we went to Pomona. He'd filled up his van. We came back to the hotels and met. I had my van called the Midnight Train, and that was strapped to the roof. My van was so full, that little cart was strapped to the roof of it. And he had his white caravan van that he'd hired with his standard, swap meet trolley strapped to the roof, and we both pulled up side by side. And that photo to me is always like just our personalities, I suppose, and my shit's always a bit weirder. But they've all got stories, yeah.
My panel van, I had headphones in my panel van that plugged in, and we used to drive wearing bloody...
That's another part of the story, how I got Dad's car back. That's why they're there, because in the console, Dad had wired in headphone jacks for me when I sat in the back seat. And that was actually how I got the car back. He didn't think it was our original car. And then I'd said, in the console, I had this thing for the headphone jacks. And he said, I always wondered what that was. And I remember him saying, that's your car, mate. I've got your dad's car in my garage. The barber shop.
Yep.
So this was a funny little thing. A couple of weeks out from opening, I had a barber's chair, that big cash register which I've got in Colorado, which was a nightmare to get back home, but it's a beautiful piece. Barber pole. I had a few bits and pieces, and I've got a really rad barber, Lino, who's been around forever for me. And I called him a couple of weeks before we opened the shop, and I was like, Lino, if I build a barber shop here, man, will you come and cut my hair? And he was like, shit, yeah. And I was like, all right. So we had the tilers here, so we knocked the floor out, we built these walls, and we just pieced it all together. And again, everything in these Beastie Boys, you can see all the records and stuff like that. That's obvious. Brass Monkey Barbershop. Brass Monkey's a Beastie Boys song. Cowbell, that's featured in a lot of the Beastie Boys tracks. There's all those little themes in there. There's all Beastie Boys newspaper clippings and bits and pieces that just are underlying. Another television that plays all the history of barbering.
I think you nailed that one.
The stairwell I had created. So I've got my sort of three loves, I suppose, and that is Los Angeles or California, and that's my big wall around the corner that you saw that's all orange, and that's my big sunset wall. It's got a van on it, it's called the Sunset Chaser. That's one of my other vans. It's with me now back here in Australia that I did Route 66 and drove around America in. So I love my California. I've got my Las Vegas wall.
And then this sheltered life, haven't you? Was you ever home? Unbelievable.
So this wall's the New York wall. I got this, my neighbour built stairs, so I got him to make me this set so it looked, New Yorky. Up here on this little railings, check your head where you come down, that's another Beastie Boys album. So just like all them little things that are snuck around the place, my own little jokes. Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
don't forget about the merch. So if you happen to get out here, so I guess I'm going to say, I guess that's online. I just did your scan thing over there. What do you call that? The QR code.
QR code, yeah. The merch is light at the moment because we've got the big 2-story truck down at Cooly rocks on. Yeah. So that's all set up, and all the merch is actually down there right now. So we're a bit light on here, but we've got our opening tonight.
Yeah, we can see that as well. We'll
make it.
The merch.
Keep that open. Yeah, we haven't really got into the neons too much, but that's an amazing neon. I got that up north. Yeah, that's an original. It's the first red and white hamburger shop. I've got the original artwork. I've got the history of that sign and everything. I brought it out. Yeah, on the original shop. So that's super special. Brought it out, had it retubed here, which I do with quite a bit if I can. I actually prefer to buy them where they're damaged and don't pay the premium, because they all get damaged anyway. I learnt that the hard way. So I bring them out, and then I've obviously got somebody that I've gotten to know quite well who does my tube work for me now.
Yeah. Full time.
Well, neon guy.
But hey, this is also, look, it's all, our bits and pieces and the collection, but this is also to all enhance the room and create a great space and create a great experience and just help, it all goes hand in hand. So Big Benny's, that's, we've had, this is the old Ruby's Diner. So we've pieced it back together. Yeah, all the counter, all the window hoops. We've got everything out of America where we broke it all down. There's all pictures on the walls here of the original diner. So it was in Irvine.
Yeah, these are the booths in front of us.
All the bits you see in the photos there, you'll see here in the shop.
Yeah.
So it's not all brand new. Some of the plastic's chipped and marked, and it's because it's real.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. This whole.
So last year you were thrashing, hoping to have it done to cook, and we didn't quite get there. But obviously it looks like the grill's been going. So
yeah, we're good. We're up and running. So we do mainly hot dogs, chicken wings, and the menu's all about to expand. Yeah, bagels. Look, when we do our open days, we're normally breakfast and lunch. So bagels for breakfast, and we do, But that's all about to expand, because now we're going to go 7 days. It'll be a full menu, so you can do your pancakes and thick shakes and all your extras. Yeah. The front of this was quite the task, putting this bit of this section here. I always say from here forward was quite elaborate, but it finishes the diner. The doors, the glass brickwork, the double bows in the roof, and the neons, and another neon sign, and everything. It all ties in with the rest of the building, and it came up great. It's like a square meterage. It cost me a fortune to do, but I love it. It completes it to me.
It looks right.
Yeah, it could never have been anything different. So the marquee's going up now, so there's a few more cars around that we haven't got to yet on this level.
And when we arrived here about an hour ago, there was nothing in here.
Yeah, well, the boys are doing work, yeah.
So this one here is it's done as a period correct, I guess, little gasser, so 65 Chevy Nova. It's really cool. It's used a lot of period sort of style stuff. The guy's had a street registered and has been driving it around on the street, so it's not a full dedicated drag car as such. All the sponsor stuff are all old school handwriting of period shops that were around in the US and California around that era in the late 60s, early 70s, which is pretty cool. It's been featured in Cruiser magazine. There's a good article on that little car. This is a 2000 model Ford F-150 Lightning. So you'll see the sticker on the door of that. A lot of people recognise that model in that colour as what Paul Walker drove in the Fast and Furious in the original movie. He would use that car when he was working for Harry's, Racer's Edge, Harry's shop, and that was the daily drive he'd use. So really cool to have one of them in Australia, converted to right-hand drive when it came here new, and really low kilometres. Actually a really nice example, and a bit of a cult following since the movie. Next to that's a VK done as a HDT Director, Calais Director, I guess, tribute. It's got a 5 litre V8 under the bonnet, 4-speed, all the aero wheels, all that sort of stuff, all the genuine Calais Director body kit and all that stuff. little Mustang convertible here, so that's a full build. It's got a little 347 stroker under the bonnet. You know, all these early Mustangs are super popular, and convertibles, everyone loves to put the top down and get the wind in the hair. But it's a really neat build, yeah, a bit of a tough engine under the bonnet, some hidden gauges in there, automatic. Over here's the Camaro, 68 Camaro. So again, this is another one that's got a big block under the bonnet. Really sharp lines, and you guys spent a lot of money on paint and body, shaved the roof rails. Really neat, you know, work in that car. It's got all aftermarket gauges in the dash, you know, quick shifter, all those sort of things, upgraded brakes in the front, and obviously shaved bumpers, front and rear, TMI trim. You know, cool little mild custom Camaro. Another one, fastback here. So yeah, a few early Mustangs. Sorry, mate, I'm in your way. So another little fastback, really cool, rare colour combo. We actually sold one in this same colour combo last month, even though I say it's rare, but some people have thought that could be the same car as our last auction, because we had another one that was silver with red trim, but it is a different car, this one, pony trim and stuff in it. A lot of GT, you know, GT wheels and all that sort of stuff on it. It's got the plexiglass rear windows, yeah, and a bunch of gear. And then a nice little modified little Mustang coupe here. So again, it's got GT style wheels, been repainted in a brighter colour yellow. It's had a lot of work done to it. It's got two different sets of wheels. It's got these factory GT style wheels, and it's also got I guess a more performance focused set of wheels with it too. So there's heaps of pictures and info on that.
Don't tell me earbuds. Hey, bead locks?
Oh, they're not bead locks, but they're very similar. Yeah, they're same look. Yeah. 69 Camaro, so that's actually got a tough 427 cube stroker small block in it. It's got Bayer brakes all around. It's got a heap of upgrades, multi-port injected. So it's a tough little car too. Obviously houndstooth trim on the inside. We've got all the SS features, SS hood and badging and all that stuff. So yeah, it's got a bunch of upgrades throughout it. And then an odd one on the end, I guess, or a bit of an unusual one for us, but running at no reserve, is a little MGB. So these things were little 4-bangers from the factory. This one happens to have a Lexus quad cam V8 under the bonnet. So
that's why you've got it.
That's why it's here. It's got a 4-speed Lexus Auto behind it. Actually, heaps of room in this car. I've sat in a few of these things, and this one's got late model seats in it, and there's actually a fair bit of room even for a big guy. It does have a convertible top with it. It's custom wide bodied. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes. It's got coilover style suspension all around. Yeah, heaps and heaps of work, and it's been engineered full for South Australia when it was built.
Well, if it engineered in South Australia, it'd just about engineer in any state, I would think, because they're probably one of the hardest.
It's no reserve too, so there's a heap of fun there.
Yep.
We done yet?
That's the auction cars, I guess, that are in this auction. I've got my Lincoln sitting there. It's filthy at the moment.
Downstairs.
But yeah, we've got
there's all the workshop and all, but
I
mean, this place just goes on and on and on.
Daily? Oh, not the daily, but but yeah, it's what I brought in today.
Alright, so we'll go back through this door. The big boy.
Yeah. It's a big boy.
He is, isn't he? So there you go, folks. It was like a running commentary that I've never heard anyone that can remember so many things about so many cars. It was unbelievable.
Do you want to see downstairs, or are you?
Yeah, we'll get down there.
Yep.
I'll probably just take a 5-minute break. Have a 5-minute break, give my arm a rest.
Give the arm a rest, mate.
The arm a rest, and we'll go downstairs and have a look.
Cool.
Talk to the wife, see if she's still here somewhere. And righto, so we're going to wander downstairs now, and the workshop manager is going to give us another good tour, so if you're hanging in there, we'll get a bit more information about what's going on. Righto, so we're downstairs, so Ben's just introduced me to Chris. Chris is the workshop manager. How are you, buddy?
Good, mate.
Mate, this would be a dream workshop for most people. Really cool the way it's laid out and all the pictures. And
yeah.
So tell us a bit about what happens here, mate.
90% of what we do is mostly just for the auction stuff, to be honest, all the inspections and little bits and pieces that those cars need. But we do have some builds that we're doing for customers on the sides.
So you haven't got to the coupe this year. I did a little reel of that last year, and everyone wanted to know all about it.
Ben's
so that's
coupe.
yours, I think, Ben, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. It's down the back there still.
Mate, how do you find this, the 3M coating?
Pretty good so far.
Yeah, I've seen it and never used that sort of stuff, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's not cheap, but it's cheaper than painting the car again
True.
when you're trying to build a painted car.
It's got a little LS happening.
Twin turbo LS, yeah.
Of course.
4L80, airbags, notch.
So what's hiding under there? It's a 40 something, is it?
51.
51.
Twin
Oh, nice.
spinner. Yeah.
Pity about the LS for a twin spinner, but anyhow, I can't help that.
Yeah.
They are easy, aren't they? The size and the availability of everything.
Yeah, cost-wise too, they're a lot cheaper than doing a Ford one.
Yeah.
We're going to roof chop this thing as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a pretty cool thing. It's gloss black.
That'll be fun. Who gets the job of trying to chop all them angles and
Yeah, I'm
stuff
trying
to
to
the
think
convertible,
of
trying to work that out.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, that's good.
And if it works, well, then we'll work it out next year.
Put it in the computer.
Yeah.
Awesome. Little fiberglass jobby.
Yeah, Juice Customs sedan delivery for a couple of good customers of ours. 383 and
Oh, it's got that nice 3 stromies.
6.
Sorry, yeah. It's all right, Howard. It's getting late in the day.
Yeah, that would be a nice car. It's
3x2.
we're gonna probably put dual quads on it with snipers, so it's EFI. And
Oh, yeah,
Go
yep.
4-speed auto, aircon, all that sort of drive.
So somewhere else to hang a bit of memorabilia.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, wall spaces at a premium around the whole place, to be honest.
About this little jigger, it says
That's the
Rocker
rocker cover
cover
racing.
racer.
Yep. So
I
we've
like
added
that.
the wing this year. We had it going last year, but we didn't have the wing.
yeah, that's cool. What are the wheels off, or did you make them?
Front ones are off a scooter from the tip,
Yep.
and the rear ones are some sort of kids
Something.
bike, I think, that also come from the tip.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
then we made the I-beam and stuff for it.
The wings though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Eh?
Very.
I don't even know where to start with that. I think I said the same thing last year.
Yeah.
We could only do a 10-minute one on this car only. This been happening a while, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I guess like everything, it's the car that comes last. Everybody asks me if I could have any car in the world, what would I want, and I guess that's it. Look, I'm keen to get this thing together and blow some tyres off of it, but also I'm just glad I own it. So this is what I was talking about before. This was a car that my dad bought brand new. When I did get it back, it was really rusty and it needed heaps, and it's all been cut up and modified, so it's
Yeah.
not like I took some stock thing. It was a 6-cylinder Tango Orange XB GS coupe, and it was nothing to save. And I guess for us, it's just let's build something badass and make something super cool.
It'll definitely be that.
Yeah, look, I'm really, if anybody's listening, I want to, I need a fabricator that can come and just work for me full time.
There you go. There's a plug. If anyone's looking for a job in one of the
Yeah,
coolest
just-
workshops in the country.
Just need somebody really, really good that can sit in the corner and get that thing done meticulously for us.
So, how many bloke you got? What, 4 hoists going and a heap of toolboxes? How many guys you normally have here, Chris?
There is 4 of us plus me,
Yep.
and that's
And enough room for another fabricator and
Yeah, probably one more, and we'd be starting to
starting to
trip
run
over
out of
each other.
space.
Yeah.
This is normally full of cars, but because we're in auction, we've got all the other builds and everything are out in the storage facility
yeah.
at the moment, because all the cars that you see out the front of the marquee come back in here at night.
Yeah, plus the stuff you're working on for the next auction will be starting to come in.
They
And,
are, yeah.
yeah.
We've got a couple of babies.
Even for an auction period, this is empty because of the ones out the front this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they come down last year and you had
Yeah.
quite a few down here.
You
Yeah.
like this? Let's have
Yeah,
a,
that's-
let's have a
Yeah.
little
Thing,
thing. Yeah, this is your world.
Yeah, well, I can see this rear stone tray. I've got a rough idea what it is.
Yep.
Oh, red pepper. Red pepper. Pretty shiny too. Fresh build.
Yeah. Yep.
XB.
Yeah.
Gloss stripes under the clear. Ooh.
Yeah, it'd be a nice car, this one.
Bit of you, isn't it?
It is a factory red pepper 302 4-speed.
Nice and flat down the sides.
Yeah.
Got the big manifold.
Yeah. 393 out of the original 302 with a brand new T56. All RRS rack.
I was just going to say, got the RS brakes and all on it.
Yeah, and the rear end and.
Oh, you went with the 3-bar on the back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. Yep. The 3-piece globes.
Very cool. It's probably nearly a good way to wind it up. So, Ben, thank you very much for having us.
Our pleasure.
And we'll definitely come back and get a bit of footage when there's a whole heap of people here. You too, Chris. I imagine you got a bit to do in the
There's
next
a bit going on, yeah.
few hours to get ready.
We're all good.
So it's the Thursday night of Cooly Rocks, and I hope we'll have this up probably tomorrow. So thanks for your time, and till next year.
Yeah, our pleasure. Our pleasure, mate. Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.